Peter Obi at the Labour Party governorship campaign flag off in Onitsha, Anambra State. The fun fact about this event is that the governorship candidate of the Labour Party, George Moghalu, contested the governorship election in 2003 against Peter Obi. That was 22 years ago, and he continues to contest. Someone he contested against is now campaigning for him. Nigerian politics. It seems that George Moghalu is too old to be governor. He's trying to become another Atiku Abubakar at the state level. Atiku Abubakar has been contesting since the 90s and is insisting that he will contest in 2027. Now, coming back to Peter Obi's statement, it's actually a jab and a reply to Atiku Abubakar. Atiku released a statement the other day warning people they should stop mounting pressure on him not to contest, that no one can stop him from exercising his constitutional right to contest an election, that if anyone feels he's very popular, they should present themselves and contest an open primaries under the ADC. A lot of people have been wading in to quell what you can call an impending crisis in the ADC. The other day it was David Mark. It was also reported that all the candidates will sign an agreement to support whoever emerges as the candidate from the primaries. Whatever they are doing, if they fail to address or observe equity, fairness and justice, it will come to nothing. They are trying to show Nigerians that they will be different, that they will do things differently, unlike APC. But without starting by observing equity, fairness and justice, it won't make any sense to Nigerians. They should understand that Nigerians are looking at them thinking, are these people really serious? Because many faces in the coalition are faces from other parties. They used to belong to parties that Nigerians rejected in the past, even including APC. So it shouldn't just end by mere talk. They should walk the talk. They should make sure they do the right things at this early stage. If they fail to do that, then the coalition is going nowhere. Before talking about zoning, which is based on equity, justice and fairness, the coalition members should ask themselves one question. Is it wise, or would it be wise, to give the ticket to someone who Nigerians have rejected 2 times in a row? Atiku Abubakar contested the presidency in 2019 under the PDP. He lost that election. The next election cycle in 2023, he also got the ticket of the PDP. He also did not win that election. Is he going to win in 2027? What has changed actually? Are they trying to force Nigerians to elect him by force? Because the same Nigerians he's been asking, he asked them in 2019 to vote for him. They didn't elect him. He asked them also in 2023 to elect him. They failed to do that. Are they trying to force Nigerians to love the man? What do they think will make Nigerians to vote for the same man they've also rejected 2 times in the past? No, we know elections are not straightforward in Nigeria, especially that of 2023. But Atiku Abubakar, even without rigging, failed to win the North. Yes, he's banking on the North in 2027. But that same North, which is his primary constituency, he failed to win it in 2023. How is he sure that he's going to win it in 2027 against an incumbent who also still maintains a lot of allies in the North? His northern allies are waiting for him to finish his second term, that's if he wins in 2027, so that power will move back to the North, to them, back to them. By that time they will be in charge. They will produce the president. They will be in charge of everything. So how does it make any sense for the coalition members to give the ticket to someone who Nigerians have rejected 2 times in the past? Doesn't make any sense. And before you say Atiku Abubakar hasn't yet won the ticket of the ADC, he knows his way around these types of primaries. He also bragged about it in 2022, as you can see in this video.
Are you confident that you are going to get a ticket for your party?
Have I ever failed to get the ticket?
Yes.
So it's not about being popular. It's not about winning the party ticket. It's about winning the election. It's about the man who can motivate Nigerians to come out en masse and vote on election day. Atiku Abubakar is not that man. Atiku Abubakar is not actually loved by people around him. People around him don't actually believe in him. You can draw an example from the people that worked for him in 2022 prior to 2023 presidential election. These people are now working for Tinubu. So can you imagine If they actually believed in Atiku Abubakar, they will never leave him or contemplate working for his opponent. Yes. So to these people, it's about money, what they can grab from the system. It's never about principle. They don't believe in anything. They only believe in themselves, in their stomach, what they can get from the system. So all the people around Atiku Abubakar today, they are there because of what they can gain from him. They know he's very desperate to become president. Also, he's a very huge spender. Whatever they tell him, he's going to shell out dollars to get it. So they are there to grab what they can. Also, some are hoping to become advisors or just close to power if he eventually wins the presidency in 2027. So they will do anything to get there. They are trying to secure their own employment, their own future through Atiku Abubakar. Now, let's talk about how Zonning worked in the first coalition in the Fourth Republic. Well, you cannot really call it a coalition. It was a merger of three political parties that became APC. Before they actually merged, they sat down, the leaders of the three main parties. They all sat down and decided and agreed on who their leader would be, who they will support for the presidency in 2015. That leader is Muhammadu Buhari. That's the reason Tinubu and his supporters keep saying that he made Muhammadu Buhari the president. Prior to that time, Buhari already nearly cried on national television that he will no longer contest the presidential election. Then, before the merger happened, Tinubu convinced him to run again. So, the primaries they conducted in 2014 was just a formality to fulfill obligations of the law. Now, when you look at the results of the APC presidential primaries of December 2014, you will see that that agreement they had before the merger reflects on the results. Muhammadu Buhari came first, Rabiu Kwankwaso finished second, while Atiku Abubakar came third. So what do you think would have happened if someone like the former Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha finished first in the APC presidential primaries? He finished fourth, by the way. The APC merger would have crashed even before the election. Yes, because the major reason they were opposing Goodluck Jonathan at the time was not just about corruption and other issues. It was because the Northerners felt it was their turn, that Jonathan was taking their turn. So if they are contesting against Goodluck Jonathan for power to go back to the North, and at the end of the day, at the end of the primaries, a Southerner wins the primaries, the Northerners will just back off. They will not back the coalition or the merger. Yes. Now, the question is, why are the coalition members not doing exactly what the APC members did in their formation years? Why does it seem like they are working for one man? Why is someone like Rabiu Kwankwaso not in this coalition? Did they approach him to join and he refused? Have they made any move? Yes, he's part of the opposition. Why is he not a member of the coalition? Yes, it doesn't make any sense. It seems that someone in the coalition is preventing others to join that coalition because of his ambition. Yes, even the remaining PDP members, they still have 10 governors in PDP that haven't yet decamped to APC. Why haven't the coalition members reached out to them? Yes, we know PDP is a dying party, or are they not already dead? But at least the main objective of the coalition should be to mobilize all the opposition against APC. If some people are not joining the coalition, it means they are afraid of something. Yes, they are afraid that Atiku Abubakar might hijack the presidential ticket of the coalition. They don't want that. In fact, many PDP members, especially the chairman of PDP right now, they now regret handing the ticket to Atiku Abubakar. They feel that Atiku Abubakar shouldn't have been on the ballot, that he was part of the reason they lost the election. Look at what he said about Peter Obi, and in a way, he opened the door for him to come to PDP and contest under the PDP in 2027.
You see, you learn. And if something happens and you don't learn from your mistakes, then absolutely you know you are doomed. So we have learned our lesson. This time around, when the times come, we'll do the right thing. I've always respected Peter Obi. Number one, I know he left this party. I know the reason why he left, and to a certain extent, we were not also fair to him. I remember very well the issue of Anambra, the leader there, and everything. Then I was not in charge of the party, and he has no option but to leave. And his absence cost us dearly. You can't just brush it to the side. And he has no any party that would be amenable to him. Even the Liberal Party, he went. He was a stranger there. But the party that absolutely that is his is the PDP. So anytime he feels this is where I want to be, I'm sure you'll be surprised. You'll be received with an open hands. Because today, in Nigerian policy, you can't wish away Peter Obi. He has made a mark from nothing to where he is today. So I believe with him we'll go places, and the party is open to him.
The coalition members should understand that their messaging is very, very important. They cannot on one hand be telling Nigerians that they are a better alternative to APC, that they are here to save Nigerians, but it seems they are already working in the interest of one man. And if that man is preventing others from joining, in effect, they are afraid that the man will hijack the presidential ticket. He will be ready to spend millions of dollars to buy anyone buyable in order to have the ticket, which in effect means that it wouldn't be a fair contest. Yes, when you are coming to a contest, you're expecting to market yourself, promote yourself, tell Nigerians why you're better than others, but instead, someone wouldn't say anything. He would simply spend money and outsmart everyone and buy the ticket. So it wouldn't be a fair contest, no need to join. So it calls for a deep introspection among the coalition members. One man should not be bigger than the millions of Nigerians who he is preventing from joining the coalition. Kwankwaso, for instance, he has millions of followers in the north. Maybe you can say it's only Kanu and to an extent Jigawa State, but he can still bring something to the table. So why is he not in the coalition? So as other PDP governors who obviously don't want to associate with Atiku Abubakar,
PDP, give us Obi. PDP, give us Obi. PDP, give us Obi. PDP, give us Obi. PDP, give us Obi.
the coalition members must remember this event where Nigerians protested at the PDP headquarters in Abuja, asking them to give them Peter Obi. So it wasn't just about asking that they zone the ticket to the south. They also specifically demanded that it must be Peter Obi on the ballot in 2023. But you guess what? They ignored them completely. The rest is history. Are they going to make the same mistake again in 2027? Because obviously, once Peter Obi senses the fact that the primaries is going to be a bazaar, that is going to be a transactional primaries, he's not going to participate, because once he participates, he will eventually be defeated by Atiku's dollars, and that will prevent him from contesting under another party in 2027. Yes, so he will rather not participate in the presidential primaries of the coalition, that's ADC, so that he will still be eligible to contest under another political party. That means if nothing changes, the votes are still going to be divided like in 2023. And are we going to expect a different result? Absolutely not. Thanks.